What's up?
What's up, everybody? 2021 is here. A lot of stuff happening.
Outrageous Fun. Season 3.
What's up, everybody? Stop drumming, bro.
No, dude, we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
So then don't make me hate you immediately.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, I hate your voice.
Hold on, we're back. Yankees tonight. Here we go.
Big Yankee day.
Big Yankee day.
There we go. Big dude. I said after they won on that walk-off and they clinched
Right.
to come to the wild card berth, I was like, I'm not going to sleep for like 2 days. Last night, and I was joking, but last night, woke up like at 4 in the morning out of like nerves. Like I literally woke
For the Yankee game?
I don't know what it was for. So I was like, I woke up and I was like, I never wake up in the middle of the night. Like this is weird. So I like got up, I like peed, I like walked around. I was like, all right, I'll try. I was so awake out of nowhere. And I went to bed late. So I was like, I don't understand. And then I was like laying in bed and I was like, oh, it should be easy to fall back to sleep. I'm exhausted at 4 in the morning. And then all I could think about was the Yankees. I was like, oh, that might be it. Like it might be a little nervous. Holy hell, I'm nervous.
To keep you up that much, I forget how much you're about to be. You're a very vocal Yankee fan.
Yeah, I'm like as blindly allegiant to them as you can get.
It's true.
I have a bet with one of my boys from Boston. Me and him like always have a feud. Like he's one of my boys, but anytime the Yankees and Red Sox play each other, we're shit talking so hard. And he just bet me $50 on which team will go further a couple days ago. So pretty nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna have fun the whole game.
No, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna order some. We're going to order some wings.
I'm thinking about it. I'm not even going to be hungry. I'm going to be so nervous.
It's going to be real. 1-game playoff, 162 games down to 1 game.
And it was almost a 4-way tie, and we would have had a 163rd game. Did you see that whole thing?
No.
So it was almost a 4-way tie between the Toronto Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Seattle Mariners.
Right.
And in that case, the Yankees they got to choose, like if they made it, they got to choose whether they would play Boston or Toronto away. And they chose the Red Sox, and it ended up that they're playing them anyway. And they're pretty pissed that like that news got surfaced because it makes them.
Yeah, I don't know if I even understand it when you just said it.
Because it just doesn't happen like a 4-way tie.
I thought the Yankees finished in first of the wild card. The Red Sox did?
The Red Sox finished in first of the wild card because I think we finished tied, but the
they
Red
won
Sox
the head-to-head.
won the head-to-head.
So what was the situation with the Yankees choosing?
So if there was a 4-way tie, the Yankees automatically made it to the...
Because it did just wind up that the Red Sox were in first and the Yankees were in second. Boom.
Right.
Oh.
So if the Yankees...
When you originally texted me that, I was like, why would the Yankees, who have, I guess, came in second, got to choose which team they want to play away?
No, they would have been able to choose if like certain things happened. It didn't happen, though. There wasn't a 4-way tie.
Fake news.
Yeah. Well, there could have been, but they're preparing for it.
Fueling the rivalry.
Dude, yeah. I can't even fucking...
Let's rock.
Whew.
Let's fucking rock.
Speaking of really, really important games,
right?
Have you started Squid Game?
Yep.
Yeah? How far are you in? I'm only 1 ep in.
I mean, we're like 3 or 4 episodes in.
I'm about to start it.
You're about to start it?
Yeah.
Do you know the premise, Frankie?
Like, kind of. I just know, like, there's a bunch of games and you die if you don't.
Okay, so you know the premise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you play like children. I only know the first game, so don't
I know
spoil anything.
more games.
But you literally play children's games and with death. So the question I was asked is, would you participate in the games if the prize was like $1 trillion?
Which it isn't the thing.
Which it is. And if you knew what games they were ahead of time, would you do it?
But you might die?
Yeah. Same rules apply.
I mean...
all right, let me rephrase. Would you play I won't say what the first game is because I don't want Frankie to... But would you play the first game?
In this current state, I would have to be real down.
We're pretty down. We're pretty down. There's a pandemic. China's coming. I thought you were
gonna say
we could buy an island if we win.
I thought you were originally gonna say like, is Netflix predicting the next thing to happen like they did with the pandemic documentary, like they did?
Dude, I saw. Yeah, so
Can we just circle back to that for a second? How about that one, Netflix? We're on to you.
For real?
For real. What are the odds of that, bro?
I'm sorry to do it, but there's too
We're getting
much.
conspiratorial way too early.
Should we just start it? Like, it is too weird. with the
It's
predictions.
What is it?
Let's circle back.
Because I'm
to
watching Squid Games and I'm just like, this is gonna happen next week.
I saw somebody post.
It's
on,
too
like, their
real.
story.
I'm like right there, man. It's
Somebody-
like they're capitalizing on all the people who are like down on their luck and a lot of
Lost
debt. I was
their
like,
jobs. Nurses just got fired. Teachers
right,
just
yeah.
got fired.
It's like
Everybody's
perfect timing, Netflix, once again.
right. We're pulling unemployment. It's just like, but you could just play this game.
Right.
I saw somebody post like the uniform with like the number, being like looking for new jobs. Like, yeah, for real, bro. I'd do it. Shit.
If I was that down, the first game, fuck it, I'll play.
I think the first game I was blown away at the result. I would have smoked that game. Just keep your composure a little bit, and you're easy.
I mean,
First game seemed so easy to me.
first game did seem easy. You flinch though.
Right, the flinching is the issue.
Well, the first one they could just. I mean, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it.
I know. I don't want. Only because Frankie
I feel like it's in
doesn't
the
know.
fucking. What's the one
It's
time
the
that
name
we
of the
watched
app.
the thing that Frankie didn't watch?
I
it?
know. That's why I was like so ready to talk about it. This fucking nerd is way behind. But I think the first.
Can I
one
say
would do.
something also about the
Yeah.
show?
Sure.
The dub overs are
Terrible.
I was gonna say so good.
Oh my god, they're horrendous.
What? I'm so used to like.
Oh
I
my
feel like
God.
the last time I watched an Asian dub over, it's like not even close, and all of the American speaking is all just like deadpan. I feel like the tone and cadence matches.
It doesn't,
It
but
does.
it's better
No, it
than
does. It
it's
does.
better than a typical dub over. But like it blows my mind that like they're hiring actors to do the voiceovers and they're not that good. Like they should be flawless, especially for a show that's
I literally
this
thought
high
it was
production.
amazing.
It's terrible.
You're just a hater.
No, I'm not. I love the show. The dub over makes me want to headbutt my television. It's
Really?
so bad.
I can't even notice sometimes.
Ugh.
Sometimes I'm sitting there saying to myself, it's amazing how seamless their mouths and
Oh
voices
no,
go.
the mouths and stuff is
You
seamless.
do realize I think they're speaking like fucking Korean
they were
usually.
speaking Korean. No,
The
it
fact
looks
that even
good.
it would come close to lining up is magic.
No, it looks good. The actual acting, like the voices.
Okay, the acting
suck.
is pretty terrible. I'll
right.
say
the
that.
voice acting. I mean,
But I feel like it's like
sometimes
the
like the guy will like scream, and then the scream that the guy like lets out in English is like so lame and like bad. It like
I don't
just
know.
is hard to.
I could see
I'm a
it.
stickler. I
Okay,
guess.
okay, I see it. I don't know.
I'm a little bit of a stickler.
I've been really surprised by
I get
how much
annoyed
it's,
when
how
I have
seamless
to
it
use,
is.
I get annoyed when I have to use my imagination to like pretend the acting's better than it is because the plot's good. You know what I mean?
The acting
Like, there's-
is definitely it's a little purgy, where it's like cool concept, not great acting.
Yeah, well, the physical acting, like the Asian actors are doing great. It's
Right.
just the English voices that suck. It's really it.
So you hate Asian people?
No, I hate the English people. If anything, I hate Americans. I guess. No,
I
the
thought-
Asians are killing it. Is what
Right.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Also, did you hear that the chick, the pickpocket chick?
Yeah.
She gained like 15 million followers overnight, literally.
Wow.
Like once the show blew up, like they showed she showed screenshots.
I do think she is the best actress of them all.
Yeah, she's dope.
She's by far the best.
She's dope and
the
like
main
low-key
character.
hot.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
The main character guy, he's like not a good actor.
He's kind of corny, but
He's
also I
mad
kind of
corny.
love his face.
I love his face too. There's something about him.
He's got one of those faces where you know he's 40, but he looks 15.
Right.
But he's 40 for
Right,
sure.
right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
for sure.
He's got like just a little dotted line mustache.
He's so dumb though.
He's not smart.
He's so in the show. I'm just like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
He's also when the first game he was playing with the guy like at the subway station, like hit the thing harder, dude.
yeah.
Like,
What the fuck?
Like I'm watching him like you're getting bitch slapped and you stink. You stink at this game.
How can you not flip it over one time and this guy's just literally spanking that ass?
That game I would
guy
play
was-
to the death.
That guy needs an MLB contract, dude.
Yeah, he was
throwing
humming.
fucking BBs.
He was humming,
Yeah.
dude. Humming. I would play that for life or death.
I would pay that one before the actual.
Oh yeah. How about this, guys? What game would if you had to play a game? If you lose, you die. What are you picking?
What game am I just like knockout, like excellent at?
Yeah, you're pretty bad at stuff. So
I mean, it depends
No,
against
what
who.
would
Like, I'm pretty good at ping pong against like a normal person, but
yeah,
if it
but
was
if
like
you played
against a
anybody
pro,
in that show, you'd lose.
that's racist.
Yeah, it is. Like, but it's positive racism. It's not racism. I'm like, you're all real good at this one thing.
Right,
It's just
right.
like nice thing to say.
Exactly.
And if you're not good at it and you feel subjected by my comment, like I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a compliment.
But
Take
like
it or leave it.
you're probably better than me still though. Maybe you're not good like in your homeland. but you're fucking good. Yeah, that's racist.
What game would you play?
I think. I honestly, I might play Mario Kart. I got really good at Mario Kart.
No
recently.
way! People are such freak level good at Mario Kart.
I know.
I don't believe you that you would get
You're
smoked
right.
in that shit.
I would get smoked, and I'll tell you why. I also used to play with all my roommates. Like we would play Mario Kart,
Right.
And like I went abroad for one semester, and that's when they got Mario Kart. And when I got there, I was just so much worse than all of them. Like they were killing me. But recently we all played, and I was undefeated.
Wow.
So I feel oddly confident
Okay.
about Mario Kart.
I
I
would-
can't think of one other thing that
I
I'm really
think I would
good
die
at.
in that situation.
I think I would just die.
I think I'm dead.
Yeah, I think I might just die.
I definitely might die.
Because ping pong is not even. We could barely.
It's a
beat each other
skill that I
sometimes.
have. You know,
Yeah,
my
you
next
could-
best skill is like baseball, but like not that good
Yeah,
either.
they're gonna put what Chen Ming Wong up on the
Maybe
mound.
slow pitch softball. Get a single in slow pitch softball. I could do that. I suck.
Okay. I guess I could walk in a straight line and not die.
There we go.
But then again, I would still
Pass a
fucking die.
sobriety test. I could do that.
Can you though? You're not sober right now.
Fuck. I'm dead, bro.
Yo, you're dead.
I'm
yeah.
so dead.
Yeah.
What game?
Catch. Playing catch. But
Okay.
then whoever drops the ball dies. Oh my
I mean,
god!
you're just in it for-
I would launch it over your head and just be toast.
It would be tough.
It would be hard. Something to think about. Food for thought.
More to come on Squid Games.
Right.
Thoroughly good shit.
Really good. Really excited to binge it this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't spoil that for me.
I got a little some. So my cousin's wedding was 2 weeks ago.
Yummy.
Saw the whole family. First of all, did 3 weddings in September. Too many weddings in 1 month.
I'm done with weddings.
Done,
3
dude.
weeks in a row I'm at weddings. I'm
Done.
I haven't seen any of my friends. I haven't seen you in a month.
I know. It's crazy.
It is wild.
Weddings are a lot.
They're so fun, but I'd rather
So
not.
fun. So they're a good time.
Yeah,
No
they're a
doubt.
great time.
Get to get dressed up. I look good in a suit.
Yeah, you do.
I ordered these ties. Shout out to I kept saying I really wanted like skinny floral ties, and fucking Instagram got me, bro. First time
skinny
I've ever
floral
bought
ties are
something off
fire.
Instagram. First time I ever bought something off Instagram. And I was like talking, I'm like, give me this, Mark. I mean, fucking Jeff, Mark, give me
Mark's
these
under
ties.
some shit right now.
I know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
But my cousin's wedding was a great time. Haven't seen my family, like my whole family, haven't seen them since COVID started.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Like
Well, I guess that's not that crazy. I'm sure a lot of people are like that, but it's not the case for my family.
Yeah. Literally haven't seen them since COVID.
Wow.
My cousins, well, some of them live in like New Hampshire.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
And then, yeah, like my parents have seen them at times, but like I'm just never on Long Island. So I just haven't we haven't had like a big holiday. So I haven't seen them in a fucking year and a half. Good to see everyone. We're having a great time. But this one thing happened. My mom was like, don't shit on the wedding. I was like, I'm not going to shit on the wedding, but I got to say this.
You listening, Eva?
So, dude, during the fucking speeches, the venue was gorgeous. It was at the Roslyn Art Museum. Dope venue to have it at. It was
Great
like
town.
There was like a tent outside. We were in this tent outside. You can go inside the museum. There was like Andy Warhol. People like Andy Warhol. I was looking at shit. I'm like, this is cool, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Andy Warhol. I know that name. And
Don't know what he does, but I do know the name.
yeah, I don't really. Famous or some shit.
Yeah, sure.
So, but the service at this wedding, bro, was like next level terrible.
Was
Next
it
level.
long?
No, the service, the wait staff.
Oh, I thought you meant like the service, like the church part.
No. They didn't. They got married in like a garden.
Oh, nice.
It was cute.
That is cute.
But the service, it was like they just picked up people off the street and slapped black clothes on them and were like, "You're fucking waiters and caterers now."
Well, they were probably the like museum like concierge for whatever the fuck
dude,
the word.
I think they got him outside of Penn Station.
Nice. Oh, that bad.
Dude, it was so bad. So there are two main things that happened. First thing that happened was they're giving the speeches. First person that goes up was my cousin's like really good friend. Makes a very hilarious tight 5, like 10 out of 10 speech. Like this guy fucking rocked the room.
Nice.
He goes off. They play some music. My little cousin goes up. She's like 23. It's her younger sister, the bride's younger sister, the maid of honor. She gives like a 7-8 minute speech, and it was electric. Wasn't as funny, but like she did this like She's like a craftsman with words, craftswoman
that.
with words. And she was like, I'm going to tell a scary story. And she told this like story that they went on a
Don't ever
thing.
change the crass woman ever again. That was
right?
rough.
And they fucking, great story. Okay. Then the best man comes up. He did just a bit, it was a bit too long. It was like 15 minutes and he was just rambling on. But while he was up there, dude, and it was during my cousin's speech too, they were serving dinner and we were outside in a tent. So they were at the front of the wedding, right? They're at the front of the tent and the people are and we're all sitting back this way. So they're in the front. All the tables are going back this way. And it's like a rectangle, okay? So behind where they're coming from and behind where they're speaking, like behind me if I was speaking, is the caterers coming with the food. And this woman was literally walking right next to him while he was making his speech, back and forth, delivering, like, coming within an inch of him. And was also going up to tables and just being like, who ordered the steak? Who ordered the steak? We got a steak. We got 2 steaks. And I'm like, I shushed her at one point because she did it. She came over to our table and screamed that, bro, while my cousin was making her speech. I was like, do not be talking during my cousin's maid of honor speech right now. What you doing? This
What
loudly?
the flying
was screaming, bro. So then she came over our table at one point. She's like, shit. All right. We need 1, 2. And the guy's like, and we've been friends since. I'm like, what is fucking happening right now?
We've been friends.
I'm like, what is going down? It was nuts, bro. Nuts. I almost said something.
5 minutes.
And she just kept crossing. Dude, at one point, the guy's making a speech. Like, he's talking out to the whole crowd. She fucking walks right in front of him and then stops and then starts scanning the room to, like, see where she hasn't delivered. She was in front and center.
What
it
was
was the
her
equivalent
deal?
of someone making a speech and then it was when Kanye fucking snatched the mic from Taylor Swift.
I'm going to let you finish your
Yeah.
speech, but who got the steak?
Yeah.
Who got that steak?
Yeah. It was.
What?
That's what was happening.
This venue got the best food of all time. What in the hell?
Yeah, dude. So then the bartenders were just like a little overwhelmed at times, and it was just that really wasn't going great either. And me and my sister are
The
like,
one saving grace is free alcohol, by the way.
well,
when
everyone
that
was
shit's
getting
going
after
on.
it at the bar, but
Yeah.
it was just like they were just like, here's a full bottle of champagne and 5 glasses. Like we were fucking running behind, which is like a good strategy.
Yeah, it is
good strategy.
Honestly, better off.
But my
I'd
sister
rather.
goes up to them and she's like, can I get a gin and tonic? So me and my sister just go up to 2 of us. There was no one at the bar at this point. Like everyone was kind of doing their own thing. So the initial rush at the bar was over. So the woman pours, like gets a fucking glass, like a huge glass.
Like the big beer glass?
Yeah, like a beer glass. Fills it with like a half a cup of ice and then just starts pouring gin. Like a good 4-shot pour of gin into this enormous glass.
What
and
a
then
bad
just goes to my
alcohol.
sister and she just goes, I ain't got no tonic. You want seltzer? And she just goes, okay. And this woman just squirts like 4 squirts of seltzer in. And she just serves it to my sister. And she was just like, I mean, a gin and tonic is like kind of good. A fucking cup of gin with a splash of seltzer sucks ass.
It's weird that, not to interrupt your story, but it's weird that, because gin tastes terrible.
Right.
So it's weird that the only thing that makes gin taste good is tonic, which tastes terrible. You ever
Right?
drink tonic alone?
It's so bad.
Poison.
It's poison.
It tastes like poison.
Why do they mash up so good?
They taste
G&Ts,
sweet and
baby.
delicious
I had
together.
a very long
actual-
G&T's phase.
It's actual
G&T.
black magic. It makes no sense.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Wild.
Dude, I honestly, people love the taste of Jameson, but I every time that I would do a Jameson shot in college, I would gag. It was like my one thing I could
Are you
never
a bad
put it down.
shot guy?
No, I'm a great shot guy. I could put away tequila.
I'm a great shot guy. I can't drink JMO though. Irish is what?
But dude, a magic potion with that is a pickleback shot.
Oh,
it doesn't make
pickleback
sense.
It doesn't make sense, but pickle juice is so strong it kind of makes sense.
But it's like it's
But
so fucking good.
dude, pickleback shots are like the best thing
Yeah.
ever. You
I
ever,
don't know
like,
why
throw
I could
up?
never.
You ever throw up after a night of pickleback shots though?
No.
It's one of the most
One of the worst
repulsive.
ones ever.
Yeah, it comes up like hot and like bubbly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just not good.
That's not great.
Yeah, it's like
well, the way
burping
that
pickles.
that other story ended was my sister's like, I can't have this drink, and I was just like, I was like, I'm gonna haze you right now. Let's get fucked up, Kaylee. Chug like 4 big gulps of that, and she was like chugging it and was like making all these like faces, and she was like, "Let's go." It was fun to haze Kaylee.
Dude, when Dylan
Kaylee's definitely never been hazed before. And I was like,
could see her-
"Drink it, bitch!"
I can see her just like, oh no, like drinking it so.
I was like, "Yeah."
when Dylan was drinking, he would not force me, but he would encourage my drinking. And now he's sober and he's encouraging drinking. I love that you haven't veered from who
You
you
got
are.
to.
Yeah.
Got to.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
You
It
probably
was,
had such a good time getting her fucked
it was
up.
so funny. She was like, this sucks. I was like, it does suck.
Is,
Fucking drink more of it.
is Kaylee funny hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and her fiance, who's a neurologist resident who works like literally 90 hours a week.
That's insane.
Don't know how he does it. He was off. He off for the weekend, and he was getting after it. He was getting beer glasses of whiskey, and was just like, he would be like whiskey on the rocks, and they would just give him like a fucking half a bottle of Jack, and he had like 4 of them. And he was fucked up, and it was hilarious. I had a great time.
Dude, I love the image of like a very coy neurosurgeon just blackout drunk at a wedding.
Someone
That's
asked
great.
him, he was like, you're a neurosurgeon? Like, someone asked him a question. I was like, the doctor's off the clock. He's 9 whiskeys deep.
He's like, yeah, fuck, your brain ain't that important. Drink some whiskey. He's like giving bad advice to people. Holy shit.
Yeah, but we had a good time.
Dude, that's awesome. That's fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun wedding then?
It was a fun wedding.
Good.
I had a good time. Can't complain.
That's nice. O'Keefe's Throwdown? Who knew?
It's on the other side,
Oh, there you go. The Italian side?
the Italian side.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah,
Italians
they get it. They
yeah.
get it.
So I was at a wedding this weekend too, and the wedding was super fun. Like I have no issues at all really with the wedding, except I was dancing and I was doing like the wiggle knees and I was dropping it low and the floor was wet and both my feet went right out.
Dude, I did
and
that at a wedding recently.
Dude, did you smash your knees?
No, I landed on my back.
Oh, okay. That's kind of shitty too.
Yeah.
I
I did a full,
folded.
stepped on a banana peel. I was in the
Like,
middle of a
what?
dance circle.
Oh my gosh.
In the middle of a dance circle. I was trying to get the crowd going, broke it down way too hard. Fucking banana peeled Mario Kart, like Hollywood, had a Diet Coke in my hand, threw it in my own face on the way down.
That's not good.
And then landed on my back in the middle of the dance circle, and then I was like, I gotta save myself here. So I tried to start breakdancing, but like in my suit, I
Dude,
didn't have the
give it up,
mobility.
man.
So then I screamed at someone to come over and spin me, and someone grabbed my feet and gave me a spin, and then everyone cheered, and I posed like this, and then I got up.
You gotta just give that up immediately.
No,
you gotta just wear
someone.
the thing and get up.
The bride's mom came up to me and said, "Nice save," and I was like, "Let's go."
She was lying. But I didn't fall backwards. I fell like I table folded down, so my knees went out, my knee and
Like
my,
Bambi.
Yeah, like my knees went in and my feet went out, and I smashed the inside of my knees on the dance floor. It hurt, but I was blackout drunk, so I kind of just rolled with it and danced. Everybody was laughing at me, which was fun because I was also in a dance circle, which wasn't great. And it was funny, but the next morning I woke up. By the way, didn't remember falling. Thought I tore my ACL because I couldn't straighten either of my knees. I was like, what did I do? It's like, what happened? I literally thought I tore my ACL. I couldn't even walk. I was like, oh my God. It loosened up as the day went on.
Nice.
But anyway, that's not what I wanted to tell you. So the wedding venue was super cool. It was on the water, and like half the doors were just open. So like half the wedding was outside. Like the bar was outside, and then the dance floor and the tables were inside.
Okay.
So it was just cool. You were in and out. There was couches outside. You're by the water. It was super pretty. So I'm outside by the bar, and like I didn't really eat all day, and I'm waiting for the food to come, but I'm drinking and I'm like having a good time at the bar. All of a sudden I realize how hungry I am, and I'm like, it has to be like dinner time at this point. Like they must have brought the food. So I'm like, yo, is the food ring? They're like, yeah, they're bringing it out right now. I was like, money timing for your boy.
Yeah.
Walk over to my table. All my boys are sitting there. There's some dude in my seat. I walk closer. He's eating my steak. Some blacked out fucking kid is just cutting into my flaming onion. It's half gone, shoving it in his mouth. I, drunk, and like, so to give a little bit of a backstory, these were kids I grew up with. I didn't used to get bullied, but they would like give me a lot of shit.
Sure.
So I'm no longer like to be pushed around in my head. And I'm like, not today. So I walk up to this kid. I'm like, yo, pushing him on the shoulder. Yo, what are you doing, bro? And I'm in his face. The whole table's like, oh shit, they're filming it. They're like, oh fuck, they're cracking the fuck up. But I'm like joking, but I'm also like, I want to eat my fucking steak.
I bet you're not
Like,
joking.
you don't touch daddy's food.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hungry right now. This kid looks at me like this for like 3 seconds, like right through me, and then just goes and just starts cutting back into my steak as I'm like,
Those
yo,
are
that's
fighting,
my food.
That's fighting action.
And I'm like heating up, and I'm like, dude, not today, man. Not today. So like I'm like bugging out. I'm talking to everyone. I'm like, and they're like, oh no, he just showed up late. Like he's fucked up. So I go, dude, what are you doing? And they're like, dude, you're at table 5. He's like, where's table 5? And then I'm like, oh, this kid is blacked out. So I ended up being really nice, and I was like, you want to just split my steak with me? Like, move over. We sat together on this chair and ate my steak with me.
I thought you were going to kick his ass.
I was going to kick his ass, but I'm too
blew
much
him
of a
instead.
pussy. Yeah, he was so nice, dude. He goes, you want some drugs? I got drugs. I was like, nah, but thanks for offering. Let's eat some steak. It was really anticlimactic, but it was fucking funny.
You can't fight at a wedding.
No, it's like my boy's wedding.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not going to
cannot fight at a wedding.
I'm not going to make a scene.
That wedding
I
that
already made a scene.
Right.
You
That
know?
wedding that I went to where I fell in the dance circle, there was a fist fight that broke out, and it just seemed very inappropriate.
You can't fight at a wedding.
Like, you cannot fight at a wedding. I think they were brothers too.
Oh, classic.
So they were brothers fist fighting, and everyone's like, "Guys, knock out!" And they were just like beating the shit out of each other, and they were like both blacked out.
Could you imagine, Frankie, me and you fist fighting at like a family function? What an insane.
It was
thought.
I was just like, not at a wedding.
Was it a white trash wedding?
No, it was kind of nice.
Oh, wow.
The kids were like young. They were like the young kids at the bar, like who they were. It was like their first wedding, and we were like excited to get fucked up with like slightly older people. So that was, and they were just like the kid was like, you want a shot? Come on. I was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, you want a shot? You want? And he was like at the bar for like 2-3 hours,
dude,
just doing that.
The same.
And then I guess you just punch your brother in the dick after that.
Dude, a similar thing happened at this wedding. So I walked into the wedding, and the kid who was getting married used to be my trainer, and so a lot of people from the gym like social circle were there. I walk in, I see one of the first kids I see is like younger kid that went to the gym, and I didn't know that he was actually brothers with somebody I knew, Frankie Blaze. Remember Blaze? Yeah. So it was his brother, this kid's brother. I see him, we're talking, whatever. First thing he says to me, he goes, yo, me and my brother finished a bottle of tequila before we got here. This is before the service, like before the wedding started. And I'm like, great, he's 21. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
That's a recipe for disaster.
But he sounded fine. He must have like just finished the bottle of tequila.
Right.
So he's fine. Now the speeches are starting, and his brother is sitting to my right. He's sitting 2 seats to my left, and his brother's going, I'm newly a vegetarian. The grandma is giving this heartfelt, like, oh, I gave you my ring because I love you speech. And he's like, I'm a newly a vegetarian because you guys give me your tomatoes? I can't eat this salad. It's got bacon in it. Give me your tomato. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. He's like, what? I just need some food. I'm starving. I'm a vegetarian. I'm like, oh my God. Shut up. Like, and I'm next to him. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm literally shushing this kid. He won't listen. 20 minutes, like the speeches end, right? 20 minutes later, we're like, we can't find his brother. His brother's like nowhere to be found. And the kid, by the way, the older brother, is like shirtless on the dance floor at this point, like fucking blowing a whistle, like dancing his ass off. I'm like, where's his fucking brother? We look outside. He is passed the fuck out on the couch. Just like out cold. His dad ended up like putting him in a cab and setting him to the hotel. Like, kicked
That's
him out.
hilarious.
Nightmare. First wedding blues, man.
That's I've seen people fall asleep on the couch at weddings.
Yeah, you gotta keep
You
it.
put those couches in there, someone's gonna fall asleep on them.
So yeah, but it's usually the older people at the wedding. I feel like are candidates.
Every time I've seen someone fall asleep at a wedding, it's always that someone's too fucked up.
Yeah, but as fucked up as you get, you're dancing at weddings, are you not? Like, you can't be falling asleep when you're dancing.
Not if you're blacking out.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I'm a very physically active blackout.
You're not a sleeper.
No, I'm not.
Some people
a
black
sleeper.
out and just go to sleep.
No, you're right. I'm not a sleeper.
There's a kid in my fraternity. He never, as soon as he got to a level of blackout, as soon as it happened, he would put himself to bed.
That's really fucking
Responsible.
appropriate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real responsible.
I think he would like pee his bed and shit, but at least he did it in his
he
own
would put
bed.
himself to bed in like cheating on his girlfriend, like it's somebody else's bed. But hey, at least he wasn't being destructive. By the way,
weddings,
Frankie,
dude.
when you come back up, just toss the timer up there because we're trying to keep track here.
Right, 6:52 though. What time are we trying to get out of here?
Oh my God, 7:15. We said we were trying to finish, right? 7:25.
7:30.
All right, 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Real quick, I went to a concert on Saturday.
What concert?
It was called Dr. Dog.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, so real funny. My boys from Philly. Remember when I lived in Philly for 2 months?
Yeah.
The kids that live there are like very involved in like the rock scene, like the upcoming rock scene. Like the way that we follow comedians coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that like
but-
no one really know. They do that for bands. And
hate that.
we used to, I knew you would. I know you're
I
going to.
love it because like the Long Beach guys are like that, and I'll go to shows in like Long Beach and
Yeah.
shit. But I just am never gonna pioneer that
Right,
movement.
exactly.
I'm like,
Neither am
all
I.
right,
I'm
I'll
not
go.
there either. I'm
I'll
not there
go.
at all.
Right.
But I'm down to like whatever. So when I was there, they would go to like on like a Tuesday, they would go to like some random bar and see Lizard Skizzard and the Wizard Kizzards. Like those are the names of the
like
bands.
Deer Hunter or some
yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah.
like
Some
weird
like
bands.
weird shit. So I always used to be like, I gotta go to one of these shows with you guys. Like I gotta go. I just want because they love it so much. I'm like, I gotta fucking
gotta
go
be
and see
something to it.
what's to it, right? So on Saturday we went out. Me and Emily went out in Brooklyn, and then I knew that a bunch of kids from Delaware were visiting New York City from like Philly and all over for this kid's birthday, and they were going to the show. So I went over after we were in Brooklyn, hung out with them at the apartment, and then one of my boys, the mountain man, who he's like, dude, Dr. Dog is my favorite band. Like, you gotta come. Hunt's going. I was like, Hunt's going?
What's
Hunt
that
was there.
supposed to mean, bro?
Hunt is.
What's that?
It means exactly what it means. It means exactly what it means. This is some white ass people music, and Hunt don't like that shit. Okay?
Yeah, he did just come out with like an R&B album.
He came out with his own rap album.
Yeah.
The kid's in the rap scene.
Shout out Hunt.
Shout out Hunt, my boy. We were boys, and so we were boys, and I'll tell you what we were doing. So I was like, Hunt's going? And I was like, Hunt, you're going? He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. Well, fuck it. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll come with you.
What's up, Friedman?
What up?
How you doing?
So we go see, we go to Terminal 5, all right, to see Dr. Dog.
Yikes.
And we're in, it's a standing room only crowd. Huge auditorium situation, standing room only. And the first band comes on. I'm like, I thank God had my weed pen. Everyone was like wasted.
Just like drugs.
No, I needed
Yeah,
something,
for real.
bro.
Yeah.
So me and Hunter kind of chilling, like we're smoking my weed pen, we're talking, whatever. First band comes on, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, I like this music. And they're like, no, this isn't Dr. Dog. This is the opener band. I'm like, all right, fine. So then once Dr. Dog starts, dude, like we're literally jam-packed into the center of this crowd, shoulder to shoulder with people. Haven't been like that in like a minute.
Yeah.
So we're just like shoulder to shoulder with everyone. Like all my boys are so fucking hyped for Dr. Dog. And the band comes out. The lights were like, it was like a light show situation. Like it was fun. You know what I mean? But I have never heard of one song before. You ever go to a concert and not know one fucking song, dude?
Yes.
Never go to a concert and not know one song?
Yeah, it's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, you just go wind up fucking around. Like when we went to Dirk Bentley. We knew one song.
Spent
We were like
48 minutes trying to light a joint, and then the
concert was
ended.
over. And you just hang out at the bar and you socialize. We're jam-packed. I'm forced to listen to this music. So I'm like, listen, I'm just going to treat this like I'm sitting on my couch watching a movie, but I'm just going to be watching this concert. So I'm kind of standing there. I'm like trying to get into it, but I'm like, there's lighters being lit. I'm like, I don't even know how to dance. Do you dance? Like, do you fucking whatever? And I'm standing next to Hunt. At one point, me and Hunt were like, dude, we got to break this up. Like, let's go get a drink. And then we're like, how the fuck are we going to get out of this crowd? And he's like, well, it'll be an adventure. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I think I led the way, and we're just like going through the crowd, bro. It was so much longer of a stand. Like, you're just, imagine when you're trying to leave like a movie theater and it's like tight quarters, but it's 3 times as long and you don't know when it's going to be over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was what was going down.
Sounds not fun.
So we
at all.
finally get out. We get some drinks. We were like, all right, we got to go back in. We fucking go back in, find him, thank God. And then me and Hunter standing there. And there's like the concert's going on. I'm like kind of into it. I'm like looking at Hunt. And he kept just being like, bro, this shit is witchcraft, bro.
I could see Hunt in like a big room full of like only white people. Being like, yo,
he was
what
saying
is
multiple
going
times.
on
He was
here?
like, I mean, I'm literally the only black dude in the entire.
He had to be, right?
It was. I think I saw like 1 or 2 other black people.
Wow.
Yeah. So me and him are standing together, and like as it's going on, like I probably looked like a fucking moron because like everyone was like hype and drunk, and I was just like stoned, like looking at shit and like couldn't really get into it. So like my face was just like monotone. So finally, me and Hunt teamed up, and we're like, well, let's just try and have some fun here. And
Would you start a fight?
no, we every time the song came on, as soon as we realized what the beat was, we kept adding skirts to it.
Sounds like such an unfortunate way to have a good time at a fucking long concert.
Yeah, it was like 4 songs. Like the song would get halfway through, and one of us would figure out like the perfect time in the song to drop a skirt, and then we would just repeat it and like sing it.
Dude, I dropped skirts like alone to songs.
Yeah,
makes things better.
It did. It definitely made this situation better. I had a good time, but
I'm glad you had a good time. But I wouldn't have subjected myself to such.
You
would
have hated it.
Yeah, I would have left. I would have been gone.
One kid was so fucking hammered, and it was not his scene at all. And he like the band was going on. It was a very quiet crowd. It was a very interesting situation. Like
White
people
music
weren't.
is weird sometimes.
I know, and people were just kind of like sitting there politely, like waiting for the band to come on, and this one kid was just like, "Yo, this music fucking sucks. Like, let's go out to the club. Like, holy fucking shit, I can't believe you guys like this shit." And people would be like,
At the
"Dude,
concert?
yeah, it was like
That's not nice.
It wasn't nice.
I wouldn't do that
It was a
either.
little bit too far." And I was like, the kid was like fucking with one of the kids, and he was on acid. He was just trying to like enjoy his favorite band while on a trip, and the kid was just like smacking him and shit. It was. I was standing there. I was like, "This is not it."
I mean, does that sound like there's too
The
much
vibe.
like margin for error for that show to suck?
Yeah, but you have to realize, bro, when there were some songs that it was pretty kind of wavy.
That's
why
I hate
Hunt.
the thought of it.
That's why Hunt kept saying it witchcraft, because he kept making fun of me because I'd like go in and out of like making fun of it with him, and then just like being like sucked into it and like really enjoying it
He's like, "Dude,
because I'm
they're
fucking white.
They're getting you, man. Don't drink. Whatever you're drinking, pour it out.
We
Don't
were
drink.
leaving, bro, and he's like, "What is this place, man? What are all these?" He's like, "Think about it, man. All these people were just going along with it. What else? Where are we walking?" It was mad fun.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, you would have had a terrible, terrible time.
Wouldn't have gone in the first place. Okay, let's move on to some real shit so we can get out of here on time. Okay. Would you like to, how do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, you
have
know,
anything to say
current
here?
events these days getting crazier and crazier. And my pulse check a couple weeks ago, I kept saying I was feeling crazy, and I feel of recently it's worse, if not the same.
I didn't feel crazy for a long time. I don't feel crazy because I feel like everything I'm reading and shit like that is just totally valid. It's just like not what a lot of people are choosing to publicly talk about. But I did have a little bit of a reality check when I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, because Chicago, obviously like a liberal city, and I haven't been in Manhattan in like a long time. So I haven't been in like a liberal city in a while. I've just been in Long Island. So I was in Chicago, and it's very masky, which was like fine. Like I get the mask thing. Masky. Yeah.
It is
Everywhere
masky.
you go, you're wearing a mask. I'm not used to that. Like in Long Island, you don't have to wear a mask. So I'm wearing a mask and shit for the first time in a while. So that set me into like, people are still afraid of this shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like super afraid.
Come to the city, check it out.
And I got a reality check because one of my best friends in the world picks me up from the airport. I might have told you this. One of my best friends picks me up from the airport, and we were dropping our shit off and then going straight to dinner or lunch. So I drop my shit off. We're on our way to lunch, and I'm like, we're in the city of Chicago, and I'm like, and we're in her car, and I'm like, oh wait, fuck, like, does Chicago require vax cards? Like, I don't have one. And she was just like, no, you're fine. Why? Are you not vaccinated? And I was like, nah. Thinking like, this is like my best friend.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Who cares? And she 0 to 100 popped the fuck off on me. Like goes, you're the fucking problem. What are you, a fucking Trumper? Are you serious? And I was like, oh, whoa, like chill.
Nice to see ya.
Good to see. I haven't seen her in 2 years. I was like, yo, settle, hug it out. What the fuck is going on? And there's another person in the car, and then the rest of the car was like silent. So after
That's
that
good
happened,
vibes.
right?
Should have went to my concert.
I know. Right, yeah, it would have been less awkward. So, like, after that, like, we had a wedding, and everybody at the wedding was very liberal, which I really don't mind being around, but, like, what they were talking about wasn't necessarily how I feel about the whole situation.
Right.
So, after that trip, I was, like, trying to baseline myself where I was like, all right, that's how they all totally think. So, maybe I'm a little crazy. And then, like, the second I got back to New York, I read, like, one headline, read the article. I was like, nah,
Well, you
we're
walk in
chilling.
this
I'm
household,
good.
bro. You're back to neutral.
No, I was in fucking Long Beach. I was chilling in Long Beach. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good with how I feel. I'm fine. I don't feel that crazy. So, yeah, I really don't feel that crazy.
I mean, you're
it's-
still on that no vaccine life, which
Yeah, I'm not getting the
the
vaccine.
government is absolutely out to get your ass.
Well, I was like, again, like
Fauci
the other
wants
day-
to pin you down,
Fauci's a pussy.
stick a needle in your arm, and kiss you on your tiny little schmeck.
Well, once he explains to me one good reason why I should get the vaccine, I'll think about it. But there's not one. So, and honestly, today, you know about about Project Veritas, right?
Yeah.
So I honestly, the guy, it's James O'Keefe, I believe is his name.
My brother from another mother.
Your brother from another mother. Does he spell it like you?
No, he only has one
there's
F
an
in his
I
name.
in there too, I think.
Does he?
I think he might have an I, but he doesn't have an I. But honestly, so this guy, it's called Project Veritas. It's like he's like a undercover, like a journalist. He's a journalist, but he's conservative,
Right.
and he's not conservative. What is he?
I mean, they call him like right-wing media, but he's not.
Okay. Okay, so that's just
he's just uncovering the truth, dog.
Well, right now, I would say it this way then, like that.
Everyone
his
will
view on this is what people in the media would, like CNN would call him conservative, as Frankie kind of said. So honestly, he's been coming out with these videos, these Project Veritas videos that have been like, it's undercover like cameras and shit. He'll get like a CNN person he got back a while back. He got somebody from the FDA, whatever. Some of them were really eye opening. But the last one I watched, I think it was the FDA one, and I was like not fully sold. I was just like, all right, this guy, like what he's saying is alarming, but like the guy just seemed like a little idiot that worked at the company. Like he didn't seem like a main dude. I was like, whatever.
He's like the mail guy.
Right. Like it was like he worked. He's like the receptionist.
I've been hearing.
Bitch. Yeah. He like cleans the toilets. So, but they came out with one yesterday where a few people from Pfizer were caught on hot mics and video. Basically saying that the majority of the data they have has led to the conclusion that if you have antibodies, you're better protected than the vaccine. That's the general
Careful.
gist.
YouTube overlords
Right.
don't like talk like that.
This isn't what I'm saying. I'm saying it's on YouTube, the video.
We're just trying to chat about facts that exist already on your platform.
Right. I'm not
So fuck you.
maybe not the approach. We're trying not to get deplatformed here.
I said it with a funny accent. Right?
I'm just
have a sense of
reporting
humor.
things I've read and seen. So that's the gist of what they are.
Yeah. I watched it too, obviously.
Right.
And it was concluding that the natural immunity is better than, which didn't seem like, I thought that was just facts.
Well,
of course that makes sense.
that makes sense.
Why would the synthetic one be better than the actual one?
Exactly.
Of course,
makes no sense.
The actual one's going to be better.
Right, which is why like the mandate is weird because you can't show proof of antibodies, but you're being forced to.
I saw
put, like, this
Fauci
weird
the other
thing
day
in
was like put on the spot for that. Like,
Yeah,
what?
and he had no
nothing
answer.
to say.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
had
oh
no-
yeah, like I don't know why.
Yeah, he's just like, well, we're just going to take away their ability to like go eat.
Yeah, dude, I
food
still
and-
say it has to be repealed. Like I
No
just
shit.
can't understand a world where like, dude, I'm telling you, bro, I get a slice of pizza at my spot. I'm the only fucking guy in there, and they ID me. That's crazy. They're gonna do that now for eternity. That's the law.
That's the thing, dude. They're
Like the
literally-
next 40 years, every time you go get a slice of pizza, you're gonna get carded.
That's what doesn't. And by the way, like COVID numbers are like going down rapidly right now because basically everybody's either vaccinated or got the Delta variant. So like right now, there's no like.
Well, also, like
spiking
dude, New York's been chilling
forever
since the
the original spike, right? So
the original panini.
pandemic. Cute.
Yeah, I stole that from Missy. We went to her show and she said that it was hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Missy,
she's
7 out of 10 funny. That was good. But so the mandates just don't make sense to me. And there was something else. What else? They said another alarming thing that was said from these Pfizer guys was that right now they're doing a ton of research because they're finding that the whole myocarditis thing that's happening with people that are getting vaccinated, while they're saying it's like super rare, it's not that rare in young people is what they're saying. It's like pretty common result in it's happening at a high rate in younger people getting the vaccine. So they're right now waiting for results apparently to see if it's caused by the vaccine or not. But like I feel like even if that came back, you think we're going to hear that?
yeah,
Like,
they would bury that.
There's no way. Yeah. And like when did we become so trusting of like big pharma?
Well, I don't think I that's a good point. I mean, I don't know why we're not.
They're still paying. I just read an article today that big pharma, a lot of the companies in big pharma are think like this month or something, they need to pay their dues for the whole opioid thing. So like that happened like 5 fucking years ago.
Right.
The opioid crisis, or maybe more than that, whatever.
And
But, like, do we
and
not
is
remember
ongoing,
that?
But
What?
end is ongoing.
And is ongoing, right? And you know what I mean. So I don't know. There's been, but it's just weird. I don't know.
It's crazy, bro.
I don't have much.
The people were saying, like in the YouTube comment section or the Twitter comment section about the Project Veritas thing, because it got like a shit ton of views in 24 hours. On Twitter, it had like 3.5 million views in 24 hours.
Of course it did.
So people were commenting like, oh, I don't know why this is breaking news to you people because like, we always knew that natural immunity was better than the vaccine. So, like, what is even the problem? Like, what are you thinking you're doing or something like that? And it was like, no, the whole thing is around the fact that people are required to get the vaccine. We're doing some mandates on
It's
shit.
all about freedom.
Right. It's all about freedom. It's like, all right, if I'm protected better than this anyway, then I would be if I got the vaccine, then why am I getting forced to do it then? And I saw like a quote, and it's kind of an alarmist thing, but I saw some quote from like a philosopher before the pandemic, right?
Some Aristotle shit.
Some Aristotle type shit, but it was like more modern times. And it was basically saying like, if someone's forcing you, like if someone's creating ways to like convince you to do something against your will, as opposed to like informing you about it and letting you do it with like full information, it's probably something you don't want to do. It's probably not to benefit you. And like, that kind of makes total sense.
Well, the crazy thing is I can't even think, bro. I literally cannot even think of one good reason why you should get the vaccine.
I can't either, or else I would do it. That's what I'm saying.
I can't think of one.
I can't think of a single
And I can think
one.
of a billion why you shouldn't.
Exactly. Like,
the damage is done in my body.
right.
Whatever.
Right, you already got it.
Whatever they were
when
going.
they flip the switch, your eyes can turn red and it's over.
I'm going to be programmed to come to this house.
Right, you are.
You guys better
You're
be
gonna
able
like,
to.
these guys are a problem. Annihilate them. And you're going to be like, Terminator style, which is fine. We're
Frankie's
ready
going
for
to
you.
pick me off from the roof.
Frankie's going to blow you out of the fucking door.
Yeah.
Like, nail your ass. But
That might be something YouTube will
maybe
like.
they won't like that. But, yo,
we're
like... But it's to the point where it's this crazy. Like, obviously, we're not allowed to say everything we're saying right now because YouTube's going to take us down.
That's also crazy.
Which please don't.
That also is another reason why
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
To that effect, did you hear about what Twitter did? This woman who was vaccinated died
Yeah.
of COVID recently, and her obituary like stated that she was in some way it stated she was vaccinated and died. I don't know if she died
think
from the
it was that-
vaccine. I think she died from
I think
the vaccine.
the obituary was like she didn't want to take the vaccine.
Right.
And I was just like, is this a fake obituary? Because I
No,
was like,
it was
this
real
is
though. It was confirmed real. Like
For sure?
I'm almost 100% positive.
I think I took a
I read
screenshot.
like a legit news article on it because I was like, I don't know, that seems weird that it's in an obituary.
Yeah,
but it
dude.
was. Because we're in wild times where people are being forced to do shit, and she's not the first person
It
who's
was
taken
literally
the
like
vaccine
she
and
was
died.
young and healthy and didn't want to take
Yeah,
it.
she was like 37.
Jessica
I have
Berg-Wilson.
the link.
Here.
DailyMail.com.
Here.
There it is. So yeah, they labeled the obituary as misleading after they attributed her death, the young mother's death, to the COVID vaccine. Listen, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
First of all, how could you tell somebody their obituary is misleading? It's just the obituary.
Yeah.
It's not misleading. They're just telling you something that happened.
So what is going to happen is the question. We're building up to something, bro. I just keep saying
pretty
they're going to
soon-
repeal the mandates.
They're not, dude. Pretty soon you're not going to be able to get on a fucking plane without getting a vaccine. I'm going to be stuck here forever. I'm not getting the fucking thing because that's crazy. Like, fuck that shit, dude.
I mean, besides the fact that you can't go to like restaurants, besides the fact that your life is becoming shittier,
Yeah, dude. it
I
sucks.
can't think of one reason for you to.
Well, that's what's crazy. It's
From like
if-
a health perspective,
listen,
I'm
if
like,
the-
well, you've beat it already twice.
right.
You know,
With flying colors, and if
one quick hospital cough
yeah,
up blood
but it was
scare, but that
bullshit.
was it.
Right, it was bullshit. But
It was bullshit.
like, if the only reason I should get the vaccine is that like they're making my life more difficult because I don't have the vaccine, that
Yeah.
is such an alarm in my brain. I can't unless there's another
well,
good
it's just
reason I
so
should get it.
it's just so crazy.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
That'll never be the reason that I'll get the vaccine ever. I just will never leave New York again. I won't. I guess I won't get on a plane. Like I'm not. It's crazy to me.
Florida will let you in.
I would have to
They'll
drive.
welcome you
though.
with open arms.
I have to drive. It's a rough drive.
Wow.
21-hour drive. Shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was also that guy. What was his name? What was the Emmy? This guy won an Emmy. Who was that guy's name?
The Emmy Award-winning makeup artist
I'm gonna pull it out.
who was vaccinated
I'm gonna pull out the
died
story
2
real
weeks
quick.
later after going to the Emmys with all the celebs that weren't wearing masks.
And then everybody was vaccinated. You had to be vaccinated, and they were in a room, and fucking Seth Rogen was joking around and all that.
I
shit.
remember talking about that
we
with
talked
you.
about it, right? So
And I
this
thought
guy,
to myself, hey, that doesn't seem like a great idea.
right?
I thought we weren't allowed to do that.
Right. Oh, wow. That's crazy. But
Sucks that guy
in
died.
LA,
I don't mean to make fun of it.
right, in LA, you weren't allowed to do that. You weren't allowed to have indoor shit without masks.
Right.
Right? But everybody was vaccinated. They said it was going to be outdoors or whatever. And this guy, Mark Elliott Pilcher, won an Emmy, which, congrats. He was double vaccinated, which I believe must mean he got a booster shot. And he died of COVID 2 weeks after the Emmys.
Well,
so,
double vax, does that mean you have your normal
no,
dose?
that would just be vaccinated. Otherwise, you'd be
No, because some people be getting single vaccines.
But that
just
wouldn't
to get
consider
the
you
card.
fully vaccinated.
Doesn't matter. They're doing it just to get the card.
But if you get your card and it says Pfizer one day, you get both shots are on the card.
Yeah, but on my
So-
Excelsior pass,
It should say not fully vaxxed if you have one.
let me see.
That's bullshit. No way. I would love to know. That can't be what double vax means.
My COVID vaccination expires
I'll go to the link.
2/8/22. So not sure what's going to happen in February for your boy, but that's going to be a shit time for me.
You're gonna have
calling
to get
it now.
Are you gonna get the booster, or are you gonna be?
Dude, my job requires it.
Are you coming to?
My
Three
job
Gables?
requires it.
They require the booster.
Your
job sucks.
They require it. So I think I'm going to, I don't know. I'll fucking figure it out then. I don't want to think about that
Let's
right
see
now.
what double vaccinated means.
I do not want to think about that right now. Whatever the case is, the guy had a vaccine.
Either way, he was
went to this
vaccinated.
fucking party that, where are the people from the Emmys? Where are the Emmys board? We should put them on trial for murder.
We should.
Should we not?
The Emmys?
Yeah.
I think we should put Biden on trial for murder.
Oh.
We're gonna start throwing mandates out there because you're a little cuck. He's the fucking reason this all happened. If he didn't, dude, because if not
LA
that
is
not that Trump
special,
should
bro.
be president, but if Trump was president and didn't mandate anything, nobody would be mandated. Like none of these states would be like mandate. It all stems from the top. Like Biden's pushing for.
I bet New York would still do it. They've been always doing
Maybe
their
New
own
York
thing.
would do it, but
see, the
maybe
reason
not.
I think that they'll backpedal on it is because there are so many times. Remember when during the actual pandemic, like De Blasio would be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and then Cuomo would be like, "Nah, we're gonna do this." Actually, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then it was like just everyone was all over the place, and they did stuff, and then they pulled it back, and they did stuff, and they pulled it back, and
They didn't really pull that much shit back, dude.
So you're telling me you think I'm gonna get carded to get a slice of pizza for the rest of my life?
I don't know about the rest of your life.
What's gonna happen? They're gonna have to put a chip in me.
Well, they're good.
There's
dude,
only alternatives.
That's
You don't
what it's
need
gonna.
one. You have your phone.
Huh?
You're never gonna drop your phone. They don't need a chip.
Right, you're gonna always have that app. They're gonna know. I don't know.
How's it end?
It
How
ends,
good?
It ends.
Only
really
54%.
badly.
Only 54% of I think Americans are vaccinated.
I think it's more than that. I feel like
it's 54%.
it's like 70-something% of New Yorkers.
How about me saying that the vaccine mandate is racist, and then Black Lives Matter listening to what I had to say actually and realizing it was racist?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, with the fight in New York City.
Black Lives Matter has been protesting the vaccine mandates for being racist.
Dude, you know what's wild?
Which, according to CNN,
the NBA has been speaking out against the vaccines. Draymond Green and then somebody I think from the Nets, I forget who it was.
Well, you know who
and they're saying they're
the
making
spokesperson for it is. You do know that.
Is it Bron?
No, it's Kyrie. Of course, Bron took
Kyrie.
it, bro.
Right, of course he did. He probably put it in his asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking Bron.
He led by example with that.
He was like, "Fuck me harder, Daddy." with
Kyrie,
that vaccine.
flat earther.
Is he a flat earther?
Dude, he was a flat earther.
That doesn't
and then people
bode well
people,
for the non-vaccine
people would be like,
community.
yeah, it doesn't. It does
No,
not.
it doesn't.
So he was a flat earther, and people were like, you have to be more responsible. Like, he was mad serious about it, and it was when like flat earthing was huge. Remember when flat earth was like the conspiracy theory?
I don't think it was ever the conspiracy theory.
I think
it
we
was
weren't
always
in the webs yet.
dumbest of the conspiracy. It was always the one where everybody was like, "You idiot!"
Right.
Like the 9/11 ones. People are like, "You idiot," but a lot of people are like, "You idiot," but also that's kind of weird. Like nobody says that about flat Earth. They're not like, maybe." Like
Okay.
nobody's like,
Okay.
"Maybe." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Flat Earth is the dumbest shit of all
There
time.
is a very specific and a pretty big population of people. If you told them 9/11 shit, they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Oh, for sure. But then they'd like watch one of the videos and they'd be like,
maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't even into it, but I got sucked into it.
Right.
But anyway,
It's easy to get sucked
Kyrie, bro. He's hesitant. He's got that hezzy.
A lot of people have the hezzy.
The hezzy, bro.
Dude, also you're talking about like
Hezzy with the
athletes
hezzy.
in the prime health of their life.
Right.
I don't think, knock on wood, I don't think one professional athlete in America has died of COVID. I would err to say that could be so wrong, but I haven't heard it. I haven't
heard
seen
of
one
one.
headline.
Yeah.
I think there's only been like 2 celebrities that have died of COVID total, like in America at least. They were older.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't heard, like, these are athletes. They're healthy humans. So, like, I'm not shocked that they don't want to get this shit.
Yeah. I'm not shocked either. That guy in the Magic made like a pretty good speech about it too.
That's what it was, the Magic. Really good speech.
Pretty
So did Draymond Green.
coherent.
It was very articulate.
Rihanna just was wearing that shirt that says "Think before it's illegal."
Nicki Minaj.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Right.
Where are we going?
I just don't get, like, I don't know how it ends. Like, I don't think that they back off and just say, all right, fine, we're not going to require this anymore.
But it's
Nobody's
crazy,
doing it.
bro. It's crazy, bro, because they originally, when I took the vaccine, we did a episode where I'm pretty sure the quote was, all right, the way this thing works is you should be able to have COVID, come right over here, hock a loogie in my mouth, and I'm going to be fucking free balling for the rest of my life.
Right.
That was what we were originally told. Mm-hmm. Okay? That was super fucking wrong.
Not even close to
Not even close.
Right.
You could have spit it in my mouth. I could have got COVID. And then I have COVID, and then I give it to people.
Right.
And so all the things were wrong.
I was even having this conversation
All the
today.
things.
Even if you could get COVID, but for some reason you couldn't spread it, I would get the vaccine.
One more.
No, that's I would, but that's not the case. Like, I can get it and I could spread it. Therefore, in my logical brain, there's no reason for me to get it. What were you gonna say, Poppy?
I was gonna say just about. You don't think it's going to go away. It's definitely not going to go away because I don't know if you saw this, but I was reading something where
I just
it
want
said
it to go away.
Pfizer has hired 22 of the best lobbying firms in Washington, D.C.
So, yeah. And the way lobbyists work is they're the ones who pay a bunch of fucking money and have a bunch of pull and get the shit slipped into bills. Like, everything gets slipped into bills. Like the vasectomy shit that Frankie brought to my attention today. I guess it's to combat the whole abortion thing.
Why is that combative?
Because now they're saying, oh, you want to take control of women's bodies, we're going to take control of men's bodies. I guess that's the battle.
Okay, but it also happened in Pennsylvania, didn't it?
I have no idea.
Or is it a United States legislation?
In response to Texas
Male
abortion.
Democratic lawmaker proposes legislation to force men to have a vasectomy once they've had 3 kids or when they turn 40 in response to Texas's abortion ban.
Okay, but what about the woman
It's
on the
for
other end
Pennsylvania.
who wants more than 3 kids?
All men will be forced to have a vasectomy within 6 weeks of having their 3rd child, or turning 40.
You know what this is sounding a lot
Sounds like communist China.
Sounds
It
like
does
China
sound
to
like
me.
communist
Fucking
China.
population control.
What happens
Under
if
a Democratic
what happens
lawmaker's proposal for Pennsylvania, Representative Chris Rabb introduced legislation which also grants a $10,000 reward to private citizens who report violators of the law to the authorities. Not good.
So what do we? What,
Not
so
good.
So let me ask you something. If you have
Not
2
good.
kids, you're going for your 3rd, and you have twins. Are we gonna just give that 4th kid to Hillary Clinton or something? Like, what are we
Ooh.
gonna do with the 4th kid? Are we gonna have a bunch of prom night dumpster babies because
Dude,
of this
they're
fucking
low
law?
on adrenochrome.
Oh, we full circle. We figured it out.
Now it's going to get pulled.
Now
Thank
it's
you.
fucked. Yeah, we're fucked.
Thank you.
It's over now. But for real, like, the world,
That don't make no sense. And
Right.
why is that?
Remember, like, a year and a half ago when, granted, I was crazy, but where everything that came out of my mouth about, like, socialism and communism, all this crazy shit in the country, you thought was completely insane?
Yeah.
Where are we at? It's fucking, the world is going insane, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's not fucking bullshit. Like, the world is crazy.
Yeah.
Friedman, you hear me, dog? Like, the world is crazy.
Shouldn't have said his name and implicated him.
No, he's my boy. He's all right. He's strong.
Yeah. I just don't understand. It's like, all right, this shit goes down in Texas, and someone's so mad all the way up in that Northeast that to retaliate against this Texas women oppression shit, we're going to put these Pennsylvania men in their fucking place.
Right.
How's that work out?
It's called the beginning of a civil fucking war. Like, it's literally states battling each other right now. That's a state battling another state.
But
That's Pennsylvania politicians literally protesting with their state's laws what's happening in another state in the country. That's like I was gonna make a slavery comparison, but I really don't want to. But you know what I'm saying? That's like the North protesting slavery versus the South, and then we battle. Is it gonna be Pennsylvania versus Texas? Fucking Gun City? That's too gun riddled.
also, states are too divided themselves.
It'd
It'd be like Manhattan versus Long Island.
right? Isn't it wild that the only part?
What you're saying is the country's too divided.
Right, the country's divided. Isn't it wild that? I mean, I know it's the same. It's always like cities versus like the outer, the burbs and shit. But it's pretty crazy to me that the only Democratic part, the only blue piece of New York State is the city. Outside of that, all of the fucking upstate and all of Long Island is red. The entire state is red, except for this little nugget of a fucking liberal ass city.
6 mile radius.
6 mile radius determines the whole state's laws. That's what's happened. That's what New York is. New York sucks, dude. Not that I want all the red laws, but like right now, I will take anything other than what's going on. I can't.
I don't
what's
know
going
blue.
on.
I just want laws that make sense.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody would like. Nothing makes sense anymore.
You know,
And-
I'm not for fucking whatever the Texas shit is crazy.
And
The Texas shit shouldn't be going down, but we
Nah.
should just all work towards making that
Fixing
not a
that.
thing anymore.
Right, exactly.
Let's
Which we
just
really
put all our energy towards that thing instead of some dude up in Pennsylvania and he's like, you know what I will do, everybody? I will snip the penises of 40-year-olds.
Dude,
That's not it.
Dude, if you have fake vax cards, are they gonna be fake vasect cards? Where it's like, nah, I've been snipped. It's like, all right, come in this bucket. Let's see. And like, what's gonna happen?
Well, dude, if you turn 40, what if you're 45, meet the love of your life, she's 30, and you want to have a kid? What about that one?
Great question, Dylan.
What about that one, Chris Rabb, you fucking cuck?
fuck ass bitch?
What about that one?
Good
I'm
point.
45. What if you're a fucking 40-year-old virgin? Your whole life, you've just been looking for one thing. You turn 40, and some asshole calls up the fucking state and says, he just turned 40, go snip his balls.
Listen, I am well on
And
my
then he
way.
meets the love of his life, and he wants to have a kid, but he can't because Pennsylvania snipped his nuts.
Dylan, as someone who's well on his way to finding the love of his life at age approximately 42.
You're trying to take my balls nuts. You're trying to take my boys nuts away.
Yeah.
Chris Rabb, we got beef now, bro.
You'd be lucky if I procreated
My boy,
in this country.
there's no shot this guy over here meets the love of his life before
Hey,
crisp age of
whoa,
42.
whoa.
Okay? And if you take his nuts and take away the ability to make a major league baseball player, we got issues.
We have huge issues because I'm
Issues.
marrying a 6'2" woman. That's all I'm waiting
Exactly.
for. That's why I'm single. I'm looking
She's
for
going
that.
to be 29.
Looking
He's
for
going to
that
be
ticket.
42. They're going to meet at the perfect time. They're going to start having kids. They're going to do it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, we are.
Fucking Chris.
I'll get a vasectomy afterwards because I'm not trying to have 9, but like give you a sec.
Yeah.
40 is young. So yeah, so
fuck that.
So, given all those pretty blatant like opinions that seem pretty valid, it is pretty crazy that if I bring up not being vaccinated, some of my best friends in the world scream at me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Without
not
even
nice.
try to hear why.
I don't even try.
Because you're a
I-
conspiracy theorist.
right, I'm nuts. Are
That's
you a
the problem.
Trumper? Are you a Trumper? Fuck off.
We'll wrap up with this. I really just want to say this.
Okay. Because yeah, we should bounce.
So remember when we did the Demi Lovato announces like her non-binary, the whole thing. She was they now, and we were confused, and we did it. We did it very politely. We did it in a way where people were commenting from that community and were like, "Hey, could clearly tell that you're uneducated, but this was hilarious, and I'm glad that you guys are even trying." Right? We posted that video like fucking 2 months ago or some shit.
Right.
A new comment rolled in, and I'm going to comment back on it, but I was just wanting to say it on the air first. So Bobby S. said, "A biological thing to a spectral thing? I appreciate you are trying to have what seems to be a good faith discussion, but maybe have this discussion once you've read up on the basics of the topic, differences between sex and gender, the socialization of gender roles. I don't even agree with a lot of that is happening today, but it's important to not confuse the issue more by going on a public platform while being woefully uneducated on the topic." So I just need to say, hey, Bobby S., fucking suck me, bro.
Suck me, bro.
Fuck off.
Really quick, this is what we'll end with.
You try.
Based on that,
You try.
you're just
Why do I-
changing definitions of shit.
You try. No, it's
You
the
are.
premise of it is, the
Right.
premise for me is, we fucking tried to have a conversation about
Right.
that shit as best as we could.
They'll never be happy, Dylan.
They'll never be
Some
happy.
people will never be happy.
Never.
Fuck you, Bobby S. We should just make that a video. Fuck you, Bobby S. All right. Love everybody else, though.
Yeah.
Peace, dogs.
Later.
Go Yanks.